Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey, what's going on? This is Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. I am your health and fitness coach who specializes in helping women over 40 lose weight without dieting or exercising for more than 30 minutes at a time. If you are here with me now, say hey. If you're catching this on a replay, do me a favor and type replay in the comments. Today, y'all, it's Fitness Friday. Happy Friday. We're going to talk about some of these myths, these nutrition myths, shall we? These glasses are glaring and smudged. So if y'all see me squinting, if I keep my glasses on, mind your business. All right. So today we are going to talk about a lot of these nutrition myths. And I am specifically saying myths because there are things that you have been taught, things that you probably believe that ain't right, that ain't accurate. Y'all ready for it? Let's drink some water. Drink because we're gonna get into I'm gonna give you 4 of them today. I'm gonna give you 4. And that might be too many. Because y'all, if anybody, this is your first time with me, say hey. Let me know if it's your first time by dropping a 1. If you're an OG and been rocking with me for a while, do me a favor and drop OG in the comments. And I say that because my OGs know I might sometimes go on a rant, get on the soapbox. I'm going to try not to, but I make no promises, right? So let's get to it. The first thing I want to talk about, can anybody guess? Let's talk, and we're talking about nutrition today. Not just regular exercise, not all things health, but nutrition. And the first thing, and I said thing, I want to talk about are carbs. Somebody type carbs in the comment. Not just carbs. This is what I want you to type in the comments. Carbs are my friend. Type that. Carbs are my friend. Because too often y'all got me shaking my camera. These look, I'm gonna put my glasses on because I gotta see y'all so I get into it. I feel off. These low carb, no carb diets drive me batty. Can we have a chit chat? Let me know if we can chit chat, if I could be real, if I could be transparent, if I could be honest, if I can do me. So let me give you my theory on what happened and how these low carb diets took off. In my head, this is what happened. Someone went to the doctor, and the doctor said, I'm concerned about their levels. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these carbs. We're going to restrict these carbs. I want you to follow this regimen, right? To protect you and your life. Now, what could happen with that particular diet, when I ain't saying none of these names, is that it can cause some real deal weight loss, right? So they follow the doctor's orders because they got diabetes and they don't want to die. Hallelujah, blessed be. Because some people will be like, the doctor said I got, but I ain't claiming it. All right, you ain't got to claim it, but you better claim before it claim you, right? Anywho, so now they losing weight. Now they friends and family like, girl, what you doing lose all that weight? And the patient says, my doctor changed my diet because they said, my diabetes is probably good if I eat this way. And the weight just fell off. And I'm just, I eat a lot of meat, right? And so people are, oh, you doing that and you lost all that weight? Because remember, folks care more about weight than they do about health. I think I said that out loud. Yeah, I said it. And I stand by it. So folks see it and they see the weight loss. They don't care if it's good for them. And so they just run to it because they just want to be skinny. But they don't know that they possibly hurt themselves. They're removing the carbs from their lives. But y'all, I told y'all the right, carbs are friends. You need carbs. Carbs are sources of energy. Now, The issue is not, and it bothers me when folks like, well, I'm gonna stop eating this because I want to lose weight. I want to stop eating that so I lose weight. Can I tell y'all this? What you eating ain't why you not losing weight. It's not. You can remove all the meat, all the cheese, all the fried food. You can remove that stuff, and you still gonna be where you were because your mindset is all jacked up. You haven't found the balance yet. That's the issue. That's the issue. I'm just gonna say it. And if you don't believe me, go look at the the chubby and overweight vegans. I'm just saying. But back to what I'm saying. We need these carbs. It's just a matter of which carbs you choose. Unfortunately, the majority of folks are choosing the simple carbs, the ones that taste real good, right? The white carbs, the refined carbs, the ones that get you just sugar rush. And you're like, ooh, and then you go, boom, crash, as opposed to eating more complex carbs, like your sweet potatoes and your grains. The difference is that with those complex carbs, they're like dripping out the energy you need throughout the day. It's complex. It ain't simple. Think about who you just called simple recently. You know what that means. Nobody want nothing simple. No, simple ain't necessarily good for you, right? So the thing is that when you have this simple carb, let's just say it's just like this, it's just a simple carb, right? You get your energy from it and it burns out, phew, crashes. That's it, that's all. Because there's nothing else to do. Just tear it in. But if you got this complex carb that's all interweaved, you see that? And this is a weird example, but I hope you follow me. Now it's breaking down a little bit by a little bit, and it takes longer. Let me know if this is making sense. If this makes sense, let me know. So instead of getting this big sugar rush from this simple carb and then crashing, now you have this complex carb that is going to slowly release your energy throughout the day. Let me know if that makes sense. That's what we need. So I don't want you to run from carbs because you need them. I need you to run towards the carbs that are working for you. And then we're not even going to get into the science of when you don't have carbs, the proteins have to work harder because proteins and carbs actually work together. But I digress. I'm not going to say that. So y'all, you need your carbs. You need them unless your doctor tells you not to. Right? And then typically not going to tell you not to because you need a balance. They might tell you to be mindful and keep you within a certain range, but you need your carbs. All right. That's the first one. Sorry. I said I wasn't going to rant and I went straight into it. My bad. Drink up because we about to go to number 2. Myth number 1 was that carbs are bad. Myth number 2, somebody type a 2 in the chat. Myth number 2, may as well keep on it. That fats are bad. Fam. And thank you. Look here, Uncle T. I love me some carbs. Mama, and before I get on the myth, I got to tell this story. I love me some potatoes. I love me some potatoes. So much so that until my mama passed, so she took her last breath, she swore up and down that one of my first words was French fries. She said I would sit in front of the TV and wait for commercials and go, fat fry. So I love a potato, but that does not mean that they're bad for you, right? All right. So on to myth number 2. Myth number 2 is that all fats are bad for you. No, they are not. No, they are not. There are differences, the same way there's a difference between the types of carbs you have, whether it's a simple or a complex carb. When it comes to the fat, there are a few of them, but we mainly focus on saturated and unsaturated fat. What does that mean? So okay, let me ask you, how many of you log your foods? Let me know if you log your foods. And typically when you log your foods, it tracks your macros, your macronutrients, which are your protein, your carbs, and your fats. And sometimes you'll see stuff fat says fat is super high. You might be concerned, but it depends on what type of fat you have. There are a lot of foods that have amazing good fats in it. When you look at all of your nuts, for the most part, your pecans, your walnuts, your almonds, you're looking at your avocados, you're looking at your olives. Those have really good, healthy fats, right? Now, the fat we don't want is that saturated fat. Now, what's the difference between the two? Why don't we want saturated? And the reason why we um, have to be mindful of our fats, because the fats are going through our blood system. Now they're trying to work their way through your heart, and then that's when you get clogged arteries and all that good stuff. The difference between saturated fat and unsaturated fat, that saturated fat, think about it, like you hear about saturation a lot. Saturation means it's packed, like it's a lot. Like you say, the market's saturated. It means a whole bunch of people in that market. The industry is saturated. A whole bunch of people in that industry, right? Same way with saturated fats. That means that it's like a lot. It's packed in. The way that you know, the best way to determine whether it's a good fat or not, it's like when you look at it in its original state. Is it solid? Is it solid? If it's solid, that has to get through your doggone arteries as a solid. You know how hard that is. You know how hard that is. How that clogs you all up and makes it harder for your heart to do what it's supposed to do. That's why you want those fats, the good fats that at room temperature, they're liquid. When they're room temperature, when they heat up, like even when you heat them up a little bit, right? I guess you could say, like with the body temp, they get soft and it's easier to get through your body. Let me know if that makes sense. So those are the fats that we need, because guess what, y'all? Oh, y'all want to know something? You need fats. You need them. They help you feel fuller longer. And even when it comes to your body, you still need fats for your organs to work the way that they're supposed to. It is not, when you see like bodybuilders and things like that, those for the most part, they're getting down to this 4% body fat or whatever for a competition. Walking around with 4% body fat on a regular basis every day is not healthy for you. Your body needs fat. It stores nutrients. It protects your organs, right? I actually know someone, and this is no lie, and I guess it's a little different, but fat saved her life. She was shot, and because she had some fat in her back, it actually protected her. True story. Can't make this up, right? But when it comes to eating fats, now I'm not saying go eat all the fats. You heard me say what type of fats are good. I ain't say go out there and eat all the bacon, chew on the gristle from the pork chop, eat the skin on the chicken wings. I ain't say all that. We're talking about the good types of fats. But I don't want you to, and I'm saying this because I don't want you to run away from the fats thinking that you shouldn't have any. I just want you to be mindful that you're not eating too many saturated fats, because that's what's clogging your heart. Because in the natural state, they're solid. And much more has to happen to break them down, for your body to break them down, to process them. So for your heart to pump them through your body, so much more has to happen. The more saturated fats you eat, the more at risk you are for heart disease, high blood pressure, and things like that. Let me know if that makes sense. And then we're going to go on number 3, because I'm trying not to hold y'all too long today. And drink some water. I said I'm trying. I don't know how well I'm going to do. All right. Trying to see which one I'm going to save for last. Let's see. I know where I'm going to go with this one, because we're talking about foods, right? Ooh, child, I don't know which one. I'm going to go for it. Shall we go for it? Next up, y'all. Stop doing these doggone detox diets and teas and boo-boo juices. Ha! I just got to say it. Y'all, Y'all know how much that annoys me. And folks like, I'm not doing this detox thing. I got this detox juice. I'm taking this detox pills. Detox. You don't need that. Your body naturally detoxifies itself when you put the right fuel in it. Detox just means your body is removing the toxins. And when you do it in the way where you're drinking stuff, taking pills, typically you are cleansing your colon. That's what you're basically doing. You're not fully detoxing your system, right? You're not removing those. You're not replacing what's the toxins in your body with healthier nutrients. Excuse me. You don't need those. You know what you need to detox? All you really need is to clean up your diet with grilled, broiled protein, some, of course, some roughy, leafy greens. Y'all already know water. That's all you're doing. Think about it. Let's see. Y'all know I love a good hand graphic. So let's just say, all right, this is your fast food that you ate last night, right? You ate that. And you're like, oh my goodness, I need to detox. So now I'm going to drink this juice or take this pill and basically boo it out. Whatever. That's still there. But if all you did was just keep on going, don't trip off of what you did here. Say, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and drink some more water. I'm going to eat some more greens. I'm going to eat some salmon. I'm going to eat some grilled chicken. I'm going to eat cleaner. You see it? It's coming out anyway. You're removing the toxin by replacing it with the healthier stuff. That's all you got to do. Now, the problem is we want everything to be immediate. So that's why we up here taking these pills and drinking these boo-boo juices, thinking that now you feel better, coming out feeling about 10 pounds lighter. That's all you're doing. Whereas if you want the long-lasting effect, because, I'm going to say it. Y'all drink them things, take them pills, and you keep eating the way you've been eating. So now you got to keep drinking them things and taking them pills because you don't want to change how you eat. And you really think you detoxifying yourself. No, you're not. All you're doing, real talk, what you're doing is jacking your system up. That's not supposed to happen. It's not. What was the people used to get colonics and all that stuff? You are forcing your system to do something it's not naturally about to do. Right? You're pushing it out. That's like giving yourself diarrhea. And you know that ain't good for you. But we do it because what? When you leave, you're going to be a few pounds lighter. You're not losing any fat. You're not getting any healthier. Hey, Major. I'm just saying. Whereas if you naturally detox the way you're supposed to, with just allowing yourself to drink more water, drink more herbal teas, to eat cleaner foods, that allows yourself to naturally detox over a couple of days. And you're going to feel way better. And that's sustainable. You know why it's sustainable? Because you understand what's going on, as opposed to saying, I'm just gonna drink this here juice. I'm just gonna take this here pill. What about eat better and living right? How's that for a concept? Okay, my bad. What about D herbs? What are D herbs? Can you give me some more information on that? And then I'll tell you what I think about them as we get ready to go on to number 4. I had to get that out the way because that one was making me mad. This last one don't make me mad. But I am about to plead. My big, because I ain't too proud to beg. So another form of detox. Okay, so herbal stuff, I ain't opposed to. What I'm opposed to, oh, Metamucil, we're gonna talk about that. Let me talk. I'll talk about that real quick. What I'm opposed to is when people are taking these chemicals, right? And people are like, oh, it's natural. Right? Whenever it's a let me take that back. Nope. Let me take that back. Because I was about to say I'm opposed, as long as it's natural, I'm cool. No. Because there are ways that you can specifically combine natural things to flush your system, right? To detox your system. And I ain't gonna give y'all the recipe, which y'all might know what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about anything that is meant to happen immediately. Now, like I said, when it comes to herbs and teas, they're like, hey, drink this, if it's a daily thing just to keep your system working the way it's supposed to, I'm so cool with that. I'm talking about when folks say they're not going to eat because they on a detox diet. I'm just going to drink this twice a day for a week. Fam, you ain't going to eat no food. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now, Metamucil. Metamucil is a fiber that's meant to support your gut health, right? It's not a laxative. It is meant to be assistance. Now, with all things, and if you go grab your Metamucil right now, if you have some, you will see that it says on there, consult your doctor. And if you use it for more than a certain amount of time, see your doctor. Right? So sometimes what people do, they're like, now I would say some doctors may recommend that you use something like that every day, but only do that under a doctor's care. Because I'll tell you, like, there was a time, because I have GI issues. I've had GI issues since I was 20 something. It runs in my family, unfortunately, So, at 46, I've already had 3, maybe 4 colonoscopies because my GI issues are serious, right? Um, and maybe 10, 15 years ago, I had a doctor who told me to take Miralax every single day. Every single day. That was part of my routine, to put it in my coffee, whatever. But that is also why I drink so much water, because I didn't want to have to take anything like that every day for my system to work. I drink water and my system works fine. It works better, right? But when you need it, when you feel, because every time, everybody gets to a point at some point where they're like, oh, I did too much, feel clogged up, didn't drink enough water, ate something too fatty, whatever the case may be, and you may need a little assistance. That's fine. Fiber is good. Shoot, whether it's prunes, dates, chia seeds, that's fine. That's fine. But when folks are doing it excessively in an attempt to cleanse their system, to lose weight, no. Let me know if that helps. All right. Then we're gonna go into this last one. We're gonna drink a little water. Y'all trying to get me going today. I ain't going there. The last one. This is something that we've been programmed to believe, right? And this is something that I work with my clients a lot. The belief. So we're talking about the myths. For anybody who's joining, hey, I'm Crystal Taylor, owner of Fitness is Not a Game. And today we're talking about nutrition myths, and debunking them. So the first was that carbs are bad, because carbs are our friend. The second was that fats are bad, because fats are our friend. The third was that detox teas and detox whatevers are needed. No, that's wrong. And number 4, skipping meals will help you lose weight. Y'all, if I got paid a dime, not even $1, a dime, for the amount of times I've heard, man, I don't know why I can't lose weight. I only eat like once or twice a day. Child, child, child. That's why. That's why. We talked about carbs being good for you. They give you energy. You know what energy comes in? Energy comes in the form of calories. Calories are just sources of energy. So let's talk about this. All right. We've been programmed to think that calories are trash. You're not supposed to have them. Cut our calories to lose weight. Da, 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 da. And some people, maybe you couldn't eat them and you don't even mean to. How many people feel like they skip meals because they're so busy, right? I'm so busy. I usually don't. First time I usually eat for the day is at anywhere between 11 and 2. I've been up all day running around doing this snack. I had coffee. Ha! Tell me if that's you. Who's gonna be honest? I had coffee, but I don't think I ate till like 1, 2. All right, thank you for being honest. You can't do what you need to do without giving your body what it needs. This beautiful thing that you see in your mirror every day, it's still a machine. It's a computer processor. It's smart as heck. And it still needs things, right? It needs energy to be able to do what it needs to do. Now, this sounds counterproductive, but in order to burn fat, you got to eat fat. In order to lose weight, you got to eat. You got to eat more frequently. Just talked about this in my training yesterday. So let's talk about why. If you think about a paper shredder. It works when you feed it, right? Put the paper in, work. It's not just sitting there unless you turn it on, right? But eventually, even if you just leave it on, it's gonna what? Conk out. That's what happens when you have your body doing all the things and you're not giving it the energy that it needs. So let's say, for instance, and it's so smart, it learns. It says, you know what? She ain't gonna eat for about another 3 hours. So let me go on sleep mode. I'm gonna shut down just a little bit. Just gonna give her enough to get through what she gonna do. She gonna sit here and check these emails. He gonna make some calls. That's all he need energy for. And that's what happens. That's how you can slowly, gradually slow down your metabolism. However, when you are giving your body energy in the form of calories on a routine basis, your body is constantly working to burn those calories. Now, a calorie and a calorie. All calories are not created equally. I'm not saying, don't y'all go tell nobody that Coach Chris told you to go out there and get a whole bunch of pizza and honey buns and sodas and all that stuff because you needed calories. That ain't what I said. You still need to choose the healthier calories because food is what? Food is fuel. So think about what type of fuel you will put in that machine that's parked in your garage or in front of your house. Right? We're not going to treat that machine better than we treat our own. Yeah? All right. So with that being said, you have to give your beautiful machine the energy that it needs to operate. And the more frequently you do that, the more your body is working. The more you have it working, guess what it's doing? It's burning calories. Now, when you give it those good, clean fuel calories, oh, you're going to see the results that you're looking for. Now, if you give it that sludge, that's hard to break down, your body's working, but it can't keep up with the amount of calories you're throwing in because the other issue, y'all skipping these meals. And then by the time you finally eat, what you eating? All the things and none of the things that are on the healthier side. You're not skipping all these meals like, oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy this salad. Lies you tell. You gonna skip those meals and you just gonna be like, you know what, forget it. Let me go ahead and get a number 4 with extra cheese, super size. Tell me if I'm wrong. We're not. So you gotta eat one to keep that energy flow going through your body, because the more energy you're giving your body, the more energy your body's going to put out. So that means now you can get through your workday. Now you can get through those meetings. Now you can get through your exercise. Now you can get through playing with the kids. Now you can get through volunteering. Now you can get through jumping rope. Now you can get through housework. Whatever the case may be, excuse me, because you're putting energy into your body. Let me know if that makes sense. So when you're eating on a regular basis, remember I said your body is smart. It's like, oh, okay. You know what? We gonna eat again in a couple hours. So let me go ahead and burn this off because she gonna give me some more. Instead of being on that sleep mode, it's in constant action mode. Constantly burning calories, even when you sleep. Let me know if that makes sense, y'all. Let me know. Ooh, I'm so glad I cut this down to 4 things. I was going to talk about 5 today, but I'm about to let y'all go. It's Friday afternoon. It's lunchtime. Some of y'all just got paid and y'all about to have a good time, but I just want to make sure that we had this conversation to debunk some of the myths as they relate to nutrition so that we can stop making these same mistakes and that are going to hold you back and get you away from what your goals are when it comes to when it comes to weight loss, health, fitness, and wellness, right? All right, y'all. So this is Krista Taylor. I am signing off. I hope you have a fantabulous Friday. Have an amazing weekend. If you have to go out there in the streets, please be safe because I just want you healthy. I want you happy. I want you here. Thanks for rocking me. I really hope I've earned the privilege of your time. All right, y'all. Have a good one.